Hi there, this is Olivia, and I keep getting asked to recommend high-end apparel manufacturers in Portugal. Short answer is nah. Longer answer is either on my blog or on this video. But recently I found out that Create Fashion label has a streetwear sample service, and there's a new one called ASBX, also doing luxury streetwear blanks. And I'm not a huge fan of blanks. I always find a problem with something. And maybe that's just me being extremely specific about really petty details that in the end nobody else is gonna notice. But I thought I could give these two a try because I wanted to work with open-end cotton, and I also tried to find some heavier sweatshirt jerseys. And these sort of fabrics are really hard to find in the quantities that I need, at least, because when I called a good, like, at least 6 mils, and their minimums are usually around like either 300 kilos, sometimes 1,000. And in my case, if I can commit to like a 50-meter row, I'm already really pushing. So yeah, I thought it would be easier to spend a little money. Actually, no. I ended up spending over 100 euros on these samples. Yeah, this is the first clue for you people who don't wanna pay to have a conversation with me. It's like, if you can't even spend 29 euros for my coffee date sessions to, kind of pick my brain, then yeah, maybe don't think of starting a business. Get a job, get some work experience, check out if like Harvard or Yale has some free online courses in business marketing, or even like design, arts, apparel, or what, textile technology and whatnot. And hopefully you will get over this crazy, stupid idea that you want to start a business. So rant over, let's get to my review. So the t-shirt from Create Fashion label is not with me because I sent it to a manufacturer. Here I have the tech pack. It didn't come in this color that is in the picture. The actual color, it was a really yucky light brown that looked like mop water. And I bleached it until it was a kind of a butter yellow. And here you can see, I pointed this out in the tech pack. I really like the neckline because it's really like most blanks. Like this one was originally a blank, and the neckline is usually a little bit too wide for my tastes. The neckline on the CFB t-shirts is quite close to the neck, and it's got a thicker 2x2 rib. And here in Portugal, most factories like to use this 1x1 rib with 2 to 4% stretch, and I really hate it. I think like this one as well. Like most blanks use this type of rib. So yeah, apart from the very questionable color, everything is working for me with Create Fashion brand. Yeah. Well, no. Because ideally, in my wildest dreams, I wanted this 15 centimeters longer, like a t-shirt dress. But then this does not count as customization anymore. This, for a factory, like if you think of a factory line, they would have to redo the pattern. So for them, this would be a totally different style, and they would have to apply the same minimum order quantity, MOQ, of 150 pieces, if I'm not mistaken. And even for customization, as in like just adding your print or your logo or your tags, the MOQ is 100 pieces, and I'm not ready for that. And also they're not giving me any bulk discounts if I buy less than 100 pieces. So whether I buy one sample or I buy 30 pieces or I buy 89, it's gonna be the same price. I'm still paying 20 euros, and since I'm in Portugal, I'm also paying VAT. And in terms of costs, not in terms of like final retail price, 20 euros is a lot for a blank t-shirt. So in the end, CFB was unfortunately a no for me because, you know, we're not compatible. They're way out of my league. They're a big factory with a proper production line, and you know, no, I'm not gonna roast myself. So I'm a small business, and I'm not at that stage. Next is the hoodie by ASBX. So this one is already like, I already customized it a lot. Originally it had the rib going all over the hem and also rib cuffs, and like it was all black. It didn't have the little flower here, and the hoodie had it wasn't this lining. This is from an old t-shirt that I bleached. So the hoodie was 2 layers of this really thick sweatshirt jersey. And first 2 things that I noticed when I tried it on, so this is a size M, but even for a size M, I thought that the sleeves were super, super long. Or no, they'll like, I'm 160, so maybe if I had tried it on a guy that's like 180, 190, it would have been a different story. But yeah, the sleeves were really long, but the hoodie was super small. That's why I made all these adjustments and added this little patch on the center front, because like, look here, even like I added 2 patches here, and even so, I still think that the hoodie, like, it could have been like, it keeps pulling the rest of the hoodie up, so I keep thinking that it had to be like at least 2 centimeters longer here. And if you look like from the side, I also think it had to come like a little bit like more. So yeah, the hoodie was way too small for an M, and I just thought that I wanted the sleeves really simple, so I chopped off the rib. I just made like simple cuffs, and then I also chopped a good piece of the length just on the front, and then I made slits on the side. And yeah, I folded it here, so maybe like this one I would have to rethink how I'm doing the hem, because once I do that, like, it's very, the kangaroo pocket becomes like really small. So I have tiny hands, so for me it's not too much of an issue, but you know, it's not the most functional pockets. And then yeah, made a good number of not these already, I wouldn't call them adjustments anymore. I've done a lot of changes to make this hoodie a little bit more like me and my design, instead of just, yeah, I know about Fear of God Essentials or whoever it is that's trending this year. And this is from the rib cuffs, like this color, and this little triangle thing is actually from the rib cuffs that I removed. In terms of materials, okay, maybe it would actually be cheaper, but this has become kind of a complicated style, and these are not adjustments anymore. This is not customization anymore. Again, I've made a completely different style. And even if, okay, I'm not delusional, I know I have not done like anything like, wow, groundbreaking. But in terms of production line, I made this guy incredibly complex. Like any factory that's like sourcing the fabric, sourcing all the materials, cutting, sewing, ironing, finishing, everything, and just delivering it to me ready for me to sell in my online shop. Any factory would ask at least 50 pieces, and for 50 pieces they would ask for at least double the price or even more. And that's best case scenario if you can even convince the factory to do that for you. Because think about it, these high-end manufacturers in Portugal that you all want to work with, they have, let's say they have at least 30 employees. They have giant factories, and they're not counting on my 50 pieces order or your 150 hoodies to support their whole business. If you actually go and Google like high-end manufacturers in Portugal, and you find a few, call them and ask for quotes. Many of them are actually like, yeah, they're people here are usually really nice, and they'll be very considerate and explain to you that, you know what, like, we don't take these kind of orders, and so you can check for yourself that I'm not being a Debbie Downer or making things seem more complex than they actually are, just so you come and like hire me to work for you. Hope you liked my review. I think this one was less about like, ooh, fabric, it's just like Acne and Balenciaga. Like, I've already written about this sort of stuff on my blog. So yeah, I hope that you got some new information. I hope it was useful. And I mean, sometimes it's much cheaper to just buy some samples than it is to plan a trip to a textile fair. But yeah, I guess all this falls into risk assessment / risk management. And most of us will only learn about that after realizing we spent more money we were comfortable with and got nothing out of the investment. So again, as I said in the previous video, making and selling clothes is a pain in the ass. No wonder it's people's jobs. It should be illegal to sell this fantasy that starting a business will be a really cool way to get out of an office job. But if you're in a situation that you can give it a try and you want to learn more, check out my mentorship sessions on my websites. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.